What exactly happens to unsold brand new cars at dealerships, and how can you get a great deal on one? That's what we're going to find out. I'm Sherry Primack, a teacher, professional car buyer, and auto expert with over a decade experience helping thousands of consumers. I've hosted car shows, been a regular on the news, and reviewed the coolest cars. But helping the car buying public is what I do best. So for any car buying advice, make sure to subscribe. Welcome to Car Help Corner, where we help you, the consumer, master the process of car buying and car ownership. In my experience as a car consultant, just about anybody who's shopping for a new car is looking to save money and get a great deal. And there are a lot of strategies that you can definitely take advantage of to accomplish that. One strategy that you might have considered is looking at an unsold brand new car that's been sitting at a dealership for a very long time. Is this a great way to save money? And what exactly happens to unsold cars at dealerships? Make sure to stick around to the end of the video because that's what we're going to find out. So before we get into deals and money saving tips, let's first start by talking about what happens to cars that have been sitting at dealerships for a very long time. Now, the first thing to understand about this is that there's technically no such thing as an unsold car, because sooner or later, whether it's at a profit or at a loss, a dealership will get rid of and sell just about every single car. How long it takes to sell that car though, and whether they sell it at a profit or at a major loss, is definitely another question. As a professional car buyer, my job is to shop around and find the best deals for my clients who are looking to buy a brand new car. And as a result, I talk to a lot of different dealerships and hear their strategies about what they do with various cars that they have for sale on their lots. When it comes to brand new cars that are not selling and sitting around for a very long time, the first strategy that a lot of dealerships will use is trading that car with another dealership. The practice of trading new cars with one another is something that dealerships do all the time, and it's a great way for them to get the type of cars that they want to sell for their specific customers. Now, you might be wondering, why would any dealership want to buy a car from another dealership that's been sitting for a very long time and not selling? Well, the answer to that might be that one particular car that doesn't sell well at one dealership might actually do sell well at another dealership because for whatever reason they have different customers, they have a different way of marketing their cars, or they might just have better salespeople that can sell particular cars that another dealership can't. But the reality is that every single dealership has cars that are very desirable and easy to sell and can be moved very quickly, and also cars that don't sell very well and sit around for a long time. So what ends up happening with these dealer trades is a little bit of strategy. When one dealer is looking to buy a car from another dealer that is in very high demand, that customers are all over and it will sell extremely well, they're only willing to make that trade if they're willing to give them a car that sits around and doesn't sell very well in exchange. So the dealer trade will typically go something like this. So let's say I'm a dealer and I have a very high demand car that's easy to sell that other dealers want. Well, the only way I'm going to give that car up to them is if they give me an equally desirable car in exchange, or if they're willing to take one of my older cars that's been sitting around for a very long time off my hands so that I don't have to deal with it anymore. That type of dealer trade scenario is very common, and it's often a way that a lot of dealerships can get rid of their unsold inventory that they just can't get rid of. A somewhat less common strategy, but still an option that some dealers might use, is if they can't get rid of a car that's been sitting on their lot for an extremely long time, they might just send it off to a dealer auction where other dealers can bid on it. Now, these dealer auctions are not for the general public, so if you're a consumer looking to buy a car, you don't actually have access to them. These are auctions specifically for dealerships where they bid on cars that they're going to sell on their own lots. So whether it's trading cars with another dealership or sending them off to an auction to get rid of, dealerships do have methods of getting rid of their unsold new cars. The bottom line is that the longer a car is sitting on a dealership's lot, the more it's costing that dealer money, which means it's not in their interest to keep it for a very long time. If anything, they want to get rid of them as quickly as possible, which is why you often find dealers offering more incentives and discounts on older cars that have been sitting for a long time. Now, if you're looking to save a lot of money on your next new car purchase, you might be wondering, should you ask the dealership what cars have been sitting on their lots for the longest period of time in order to save money and score that amazing deal? Now, my thoughts on buying an unsold new car that's been sitting at a dealership for a long time is a little bit mixed, because on the one hand, it is a good way to save money, but on the other hand, I do think it's important to buy a car that's within your budget and meets all of your needs and what you're looking for. Now, if you can find a car that's been sitting for a while and has some major discounts and incentives on it, but still fits your budget and your needs, then it can be a good way to save some money. But there are still a few things that you need to watch out for. For one thing, when a car has been sitting for an extremely long time, depending on where it's located, it can actually develop some problems that can lead to all kinds of headaches for you down the road. One great example of this are cars that have been sitting outside in cold winter conditions with tons of snow, ice, and slush buildup over a long period of time. When a car has been sitting outside for a very long time in these types of severe weather conditions, they can develop all kinds of problems like paint fallout, rusted up brakes, and dead batteries. While some of these issues might be easy to solve, others might not just go away and can give you headaches down the road. I've had clients contact me who've bought a leftover new car that had been sitting for a very long time and complain about paint blemishes and rusted brakes that caused all kinds of vibration issues while driving, and the dealership was not able to fix them. So if you're going to buy a brand new car that's unsold, that's been sitting for a very long time, make sure that you get it checked out, that it doesn't have any problems with it, and also make sure that you're getting a large enough discount and a good deal to justify it over a brand new car that hasn't been around for very long. The other thing you want to watch out for with unsold new cars is whether the warranty had been activated by the dealership or not. Sometimes dealerships will register a car in their name and activate the warranty, which means that it's ticking away and it's losing month after month of warranty coverage, which means that there's going to be less coverage for you when you buy that car. I've seen brand new cars with almost no mileage that have been registered by dealerships and have been sitting for several months to even a year long and have therefore lost almost an entire year's worth of warranty coverage. Now again, that loss of warranty might be worthwhile to you as long as you're saving enough money to justify it, which means that you have to make sure that the deal you're getting on that car is discounted enough versus a comparable deal on a brand new car. Given some of the risks and issues with buying a brand new leftover unsold car that's been sitting at a dealership for a very long time, you have to make sure that you're saving enough money to justify the deal versus getting a brand new car that hasn't been at the dealership for very long. In my mind, in order to justify the risk, I would want to make sure that I'm getting at least an additional 5 to 6% discount on top of the very best deal possible on a fresh brand new car. Although there can be some benefits to buying an unsold brand new car, don't let the temptation of getting a better deal override more important things like buying the right car for your needs and for your budget. Like I said earlier in the video, unsold new cars can cost a dealership a lot of money, so don't be surprised when the salesperson tries to pressure you into buying one of these particular cars. If you decide to go ahead with one though, just make sure that you're buying one that's not only within your budget and fits your needs, but has enough of a discount and is a good enough deal to offset the benefits of just buying a fresh brand new car. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you have any suggestions for any future car topics, car comparisons, or reviews, just leave a comment below. If you need any additional car advice, recommendations, or help with getting a great deal on your next new car purchase, check out carhelpcanada.com. Their team of experts would be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.